From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready!
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Ready, ready.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, hold on. See this?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Murray going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Murray. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Murray. Then he's got his man here, Beasley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Lance is throw complete here to Ayuk. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down. The Niners at 7-9 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second down and 5. Murray now. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense. Davis Price hit and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Screen play to McAllister. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now Murray off play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 23-yard run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
the touchdown. It's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 25 on second down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And now here's another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. The Lance going to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Murray now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
But coming through that time and stopping him for a loss was Drake Jackson. Nice play.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
But able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Murray now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 7. Second and 3 at the Niners' 36-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Murray.
Again, it's Johnson.
Oh, able to avoid him.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown. He's playing really well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll try and run for him. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 25 on second down.
Murray. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing now is Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Andrew Thomas.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray
from 19 yards away.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Running right, here's McAllister. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. A give running left, McAllister. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners,
they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have.